Hello, welcome to Paul Booth's Movie Podcast for August 28th. I'm happy to be here. Thank you to everyone who has checked in and watched the other ones. For those of you joining me for the first time, I want to say that I just have the simple ground rules. This is uncensored. I will not be crude and crass, but I'm going to tell you how I feel. I want to first off say this Newport Beach hat that I'm wearing. They are not sponsoring this. They are not. It is not. The opinions do not express them. But I'm going to discuss two of their films that I saw in recent years that I covered as a film journalist that are now on Netflix. So I wanted you guys to be able to check out something new on Netflix that's kind of off the course of what we normally see. Behind me, you'll see a couple of programs from Newport Beach Film Festival. I've been covering them over the last few years. And there's a cover of Johnny Depp and Transference, which I did not see, but I highly recommend. It probably has to be good if it's Johnny Depp and the director Wally Pfister, who was the cinematographer of the Batman trilogy and also Moneyball and Chris Nolan's films. So if anybody likes Insomnia, Memento, The Dark Knight, Dark Knight Rises, Moneyball, this is the directorial debut of Wally Pfister. Stay tuned because we're going to be doing more with cinematographers in the future on this podcast. But today I wanted to recommend two films on Netflix that I saw at the 2012 Newport Beach Film Festival. And again, the great thing about festivals is you see these films and there's kind of this intriguing, you don't know where they're going to go. You're not getting box office reports on them. You're not getting inundated with interviews of the morning show. You see this film and then you walk out thinking, will I ever hear of it again? Will I see it on Netflix? Will I see it in theaters? I mean, there was something from Newport Beach Film Festival that I wrote about, and then like 2 years later it was in theaters, and that was really nice to see because it was nice people, and it was a great actress that I really admire. So Newport Beach Film Festival, again, this is not an advertisement, and but it's a great festival. If you have the chance, if you live in LA, I highly suggest traveling down to it in April. It's wonderful. This is going to be the 5th year that I cover it. So enough about that. I'll get into the films now. The first one is Nesting. I remember this is probably one of my favorite films that I've seen at Newport. And I want to say, I will be honest, it is my favorite film for the purpose, what it was trying to do. Pardon me. I want to keep this also jazz-like. Anyways, the movie was just about a couple who was having some troubles and thought if they went and spent time in their old apartment that maybe it would revive when they were really happy. And I mean, what a concept, because we all know this would not work, and we all know that the apartment has nothing to do with the spark. But it was just an intriguing thing to play with, and it was intriguing to see these characters. And I remember reading the synopsis and just thinking, like, when you cover festivals, you know, you have to meet what your editor wants, or a PR rep, or a filmmaker that you met, and then you kind of get to just choose films that you're going to select and write about. And this was one of those films where I was like, I'm seeing this. And I just thought, this is such a great concept that the concept alone was original enough and unique enough to pay attention to. It's called Nesting. I should have said the title sooner, sorry, Nesting. Again, look it up on Netflix, and a number of other cool flicks will pop up when you type it in. But Nesting. And it just really explores, I think, the questions that we all, have or are left with from a relationship. And it's very truthful. It doesn't try to meet our needs. It doesn't try to tell us what we want to hear like so many films do. So again, check out Nesting. No big stars, just a normal indie film. The next one is an indie film, but it has not only a movie star, but one of the biggest movie stars of all time, and a 2-time Oscar winner, Jane Fonda. But it is a very independent film because it is not a Jane Fonda event, the way Monster-in-Law was with her return with Jennifer Lopez, or Georgia Rules with Lindsay Lohan. This is just Jane Fonda acting, doing what she loves. It's called Peace, Love, and Misunderstanding. It also has Kathleen Keener, who we all know from 40-Year-Old Virgin, but she has a much broader range, like being John Malkovich and Sean Penn's Into the Wild. Great actress. I highly suggest this film because it is simple. It is just about a mother-daughter relationship. It is just about being who you are. But most of all, we seldom get to see Jane Fonda in a film that is not, like I said, a Jane Fonda event. So if you want simplicity, you want something unique, you want something different, independent, off the normal stage of what we see, check out Nesting and Peace, Love, and Misunderstanding, which I saw at the Newport Beach Film Festival in 2012. Again, I have to say, last time this was not sponsored or put on by the Newport Beach Film Festival. I just wanted to say, bring light to these great films that I saw. Thank you for your time, and like I always say, make sure you watch some movies. Aloha.